It doesn't record the like chat and stuff though, right? I don't think.
It depends what you want to save. It will record the chat, but whether or not you choose to post it after is your choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we're at 7. I'll let everyone in.
All right.
Hey, here we go. Mom's away.
Hello, welcome. Just giving a couple minutes for everyone to get joined in, and then we'll get started. This is the Zen Yarn Garden booth. Welcome. We are recording this session. You might have seen a little note about that, just so that we can post it later and have it for reference, I guess. But we still really love it if you turn your cameras on. We like to see faces, so please do that if you're comfortable. And also make sure to open your chats because we are giving away more gift certificates, of course, this time. And you will have to answer in the chat to be eligible. We just want to make sure you're like paying attention, I guess, and you know, with us, so that we don't give it to somebody who's not with us. But yeah, all right, I guess we can get started. I'm Suzanne Nielsen. I'm going to be one of your hosts today, and Laura is with us too. We're going to be our hosts to show you things tonight, different new patterns, new designs, and yarns, and answer any questions. So please, if you have any questions, don't be shy about posting them. And yeah, Laura, do you want to tell them about the giveaway?
Well, we've got a couple things tonight. Right now on the Zen Yarn Garden website, everything is 25% off. There is no discount code. You will just find that when you add things to your cart. That 25% is also over and above what the prices are on the website now. So even though there are some things that are discounted, you'll still get the 25% off that. And all orders over $49 receive free shipping to the US and Canada. So I will add the link again a little bit later on, but it's just zenyarngarden.com. Tonight, we're going to share some of our newest kits with you and some of the other items we have available. And then we also have 2 $10 gift cards, and those gift cards can be applied to any of the sale merchandise, any of the kits or classes. And you will just send your email address to Roxanne, who's at Zen Yarn Garden, and she will get that coupon to you. So stay tuned, pay attention to what we're sharing, because the trivia question, the questions might relate to that. And I'll turn it back to you, Suzanne.
All right. Yep. So yeah, the trivia questions are based on things that we say. So anyway, they're not that tough, but don't get intimidated.
No.
All right. So first to show you tonight this is a new pattern. It's one of my, well, it is my newest design. It's called The Dance, and it is a simple cowl, but it's got these little pools of color. And so I call it more like, it's like a dance class. The pattern is more like a lesson. And then you start following your yarn. Your yarn is going to tell you when to change and do something else. So it's a special pattern that was designed for these pooling yarns that Zen has. So they do have kits on their website, and we'll show them to you. But we're also doing a tutorial Tuesday on February 8th. And that is where we're going to show you the techniques that you need to know. It's some little short rows that you do as soon as you see the color that comes up. You do need a skein of yarn that has a little bit longer color repeats. I say like very, very roughly for this particular one, 10 inches. But once you kind of learn the technique, you can go crazy and you can basically make it work for anything. So I'm really excited. I'm calling it yarn-led pooling, because you let the yarn kind of lead the way, and then you just do some little short rows to get the color to pool in little sections, and it just gives it a much different look than you get when you knit up other variegated yarns. But it doesn't require any math or anything like some of the other planned pooling techniques do, because then you have to figure out your whole stitch repeat. This is not like that. This is very much just once you learn this little technique, then you just kind of flow and go, and it's fun to see it come along, and in its like randomness. So anyway, this one is called the Dance, and the colorway here that we used is the Dance Class. So I did kind of base it on that, and yeah, Laura's going to show us the skein there.
Okay. The Dance is dyed on our superfine fingering base, and you will receive 3 mini skeins. Each mini skein is 200 yards apiece. That's part of the kit. You will also get the pattern. The pattern is available on Ravelry. And do you want to talk about the discount code?
Yes, so I have it. I just posted this pattern, so it's free for the next 2 days. So if you want to get the pattern, the discount code is Dance With Me. And we'll post it. There are spaces in it, but it's all lowercase. So that should work out. And
the kit is available in one colorway right now,
right.
Although we will be doing.
We're working on some others. Actually, I do have another one. I don't know if I should show this, Roxanne, that I started in a different colorway. And I think Roxanne might have some of that colorway.
Yeah,
too.
and the other question was whether it was knit in the round or knit flat, and it's knit in the round.
It is a knit in the round. Yep.
Okay.
And it does have, yeah. And so in the Tutorial Tuesday on February 8th, we're going to cover everything. So I'll cover the cast on and the technique, and hopefully we'll get to the bind off too. It is a short session. You do have to register for the Tutorial Tuesdays, but they're free, and they are recorded. So even if you don't think you can make it to the time that it is, then still sign up, and then you'll get notified with the recording. And we do have other Tutorial Tuesdays, so we can check those out too. But all right, here's the website with the kit.
I just wanted to show you on the website the kit. This is the link that I put in the chat. You can order your kit here. You can also register for the Zoom session. And if you happen to miss the Zoom session, you can also find the link to our YouTube channel right there. So that is open. And of course, that's available. If you get a gift card, you'll be able to use that, and it will be discounted.
Yes. All right,
okay.
And I also, in the pattern, there are YouTube videos. So if you're very antsy and you don't want to wait for the Tutorial Tuesday, then you can see those tutorials and hopefully make it through too. But if you have extra questions, then we're always here to help. And all right, so next we will move on to the next pattern. Oh, we did get a question. The kit is only in this colorway right now, but yeah, we're coming up with new colorways soon. So yes. All right, our next one is actually also one of my designs, and it is called the Stitch School Scarf. And let's see, I'll move her up a little closer, but we can also look on the website eventually. But it's a Stitch School Scarf. It's called that because it has lots of different techniques that you get to learn. There's a little bit of lace, you're doing I-cord edging, and then ribbing that's kind of in a different direction. It's done with altering between stockinette and reverse stockinette, instead of like a knit two, purl two, rib. And then in the pattern, it tells you how to do an I-cord cast on that like flows seamlessly into your I-cord edging, and then also an I-cord bind off. If you want to make it a straight scarf, or you can Kitchener stitch the edges together and then have a big loop. This one is wrapped 3 times. Well, she just shrunk a little there. It does have matching mitts too. So out of 2 skeins of worsted weight, you can get 1 pair of mitts and the scarf, or you can make your scarf a little bit bigger with the 2 skeins, and we do have those kits. This colorway is one of my favorites. It's called Wrought Iron, and that's on the website as well. It's just a really good neutral color that I love.
Okay, and I just wanted to share, you can see it's available on the website here. You can also see, again, you can register for our Zoom session on February 15th by clicking here. The pattern is available on Ravelry. It is called the Stitch School Scarf, and I added a link to that in the chat as well. So if you want to knit from stash, you are more than welcome to do that and still join us for Tutorial Tuesdays. Again, Tutorial Tuesdays are completely free. You just have to register to join. That's so we can send you the private Zoom link. We do that to try and keep ourselves from getting Zoom bombed.
Yes, which has happened. we were there for that. But now we've got it under control.
Okay,
So,
well, maybe I'll do the first gift certificate.
yeah.
Will you maybe change to the
I gotta
sweater?
change.
Okay, so please open your chat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a question based on something we've covered, and the third person to answer correctly will win a $10 gift certificate. So the question is, what was the first product we shared this evening?
Pattern?
Okay.
Or the...
I'm going to go with, hang on just a second. 1, 2, I'm going to go with Elaine Kloeb. I hope I pronounced that right. You are the winner. Go ahead and message Zen Yarn Garden. She is here in the chat. And she will go ahead and if she'll ask you for your email address and she will send you a gift certificate. So Ronni, I will cover that at the end of the presentation. I will talk about it, but we have a few more things we'd like to share first.
Yes. All right, so next up is this amazing sweater. This is called Eschew Me, right? Excuse me. Yeah. Something, because it's kind of askewed. It's by Stephen West and it is all brioche, like just brioche in the round. So it is like, oh, so like cozy and squishy is a good name for it. And at the last presentation, I had it on backwards, so it's also reversible. But it is, I don't know if you can see it too well down here, but this is the size, I think a 46-inch bust. So I do have a bit of positive ease, but because it's brioche, it just kind of like hugs you and it's so cozy. I love it. And I have like extremely long arms too, and it has good sleeve length for me. So thank you, Laura. Laura knit this one too. So she's going to tell us a little bit more about knitting it.
So I'm not sure I would recommend this as a first brioche project because there are increases and decreases, but if you are familiar with brioche and have done a shawl, this sweater is not terribly difficult. In the collar, which is kind of askew, you are working with brioche increases and decreases. And then to increase the yoke for the shoulders, you are working with increases, and then you are basically just working in the round, except for the center increase down the front. All of that sort of makes the fabric bias a little bit, which is why it's called Excuse Me. It's a little asymmetrical and a little fun. And actually, I would have had enough yarn to make it longer, and I think it would be super cute as a tunic or a dress. I have the yarn here with me. This is our worsted weight, and this is our nightshade worsted base. And it is a multi-ply yarn where one of the plies is black, so it does not take the dye and the rest of the plies do, and we do them in lots of great colorways with all kinds of speckles and fun color. And that sweater is done in our pure black, which we call Midnight, and then it is also done in one of our speckle dyed colorways. And so you are seeing the speckle side dominant. You can also see a little bit in the collar when Suzanne flips it over that's the black side dominant. I would say this is not a difficult pattern. And the fun thing is that because you're knitting brioche in the round, you're only working generally with mostly the knit rows and the bark rows because you are not working both rows and flipping your work in between.
Yeah, you're always on the right side. So
yeah. So, and I think if there's enough interest, we will do a knit along for this, probably sometime in February, March, April. So we'd love to see you.
Let us know. Yeah, let us know if you're interested in that.
Yeah, I will also show you. Let's see here. Hold on. I just need to move my window down just a little bit. We have that here. All of our fabulous photos. Whoops. All of our fabulous photos are shot by Gail Zucker, and she just had a fun time with this photo shoot. She took a lot of different poses and angles because it's just kind of a fun sweater. We have various kits available. The size that I knit was the large, and that was a 46-inch bust. It's meant to be worn with quite a bit of ease. And again, we've got our Midnight and And speckled yarns, we will send you the pattern via Ravelry PDF if you choose to purchase the kit. So the kits do include the pattern.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this one is so cozy. And I missed my cue to change. So maybe we can do the gift. Oh no, we already did one. Okay, just give me a second. We have the next shawl is.
Well, you know what? Then I'll talk about the shawl behind me because I did get a question. This is the Love You Baby shawl. It is a pattern by Suzanne Summer, who is So Sue Knits, and it is a 3-skein shawl. You could definitely knit one of these with the grab bags that we're going to talk about at the end. Basically, you just need 3 skeins of fingering weight. It's best if they're not all variegated. I knit mine with 1 speckle, and then the orange is kind of a semi-solid. There are reds and pinks in there kind of with the orange, lots of corals, but it is sort of a semi-solid, and then the brown actually has some variation in it as well. And this has sections of brioche, garter ridges, seed stitch, and then more brioche at the edge. So, and like I said, you can do this with any 3 skeins, and they would be perfect for a grab bag.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right, now I can show you this. This one is the Positive Vibrations shawl. And it's really fun, like you can see that just vibrating along. But it is just a nice big asymmetrical shawl that you can wear lots of different ways. It is 3 colors, and it does use short rows to create these different shapes. So you're just using 1 color at a time, which is really nice. It doesn't have any stranded color work or anything. And Laura knit this one too. So she's just amazing getting all these done. I don't know how you do it. But yeah, Laura, do you want to tell a little bit about the actual knitting?
Sure. This pattern is a little bit daunting, I'm not going to lie, because it is these amazing short row shapes. Every single row of the pattern is written out, and that makes it a really long pattern. However, it is impeccably documented. She has pictures of each section and shows you which row pertains to which stripe you're working on and what it looks like in the picture. And you should have some experience knitting short rows, because that is all of what this shawl is. It is all short rows creating those amazing shapes. There are a few garter rows in there every so often that kind of work around the shapes, but for the most part, it's lots of short row shaping. So
and what's the kit technique, the short row technique? Is it wrap and turn, or what's the?
It's for the most part, it is German short rows with the double stitch. However, there are a few wrap and turns as well. It's there are some wrap and turns when you get close to the border of the shawl.
Well, so, yeah, join us. We do have tutorial Tuesdays, I believe, on short rows, and we covered like tons of different types of short rows too, but also in my the dance tutorial Tuesday on February 8th that we're doing, I'm going to cover German short rows. So you could tune in even if you just want to see the technique for this shawl too.
So, and a question we got the last time, could you use any 3 skeins for this? Yes, you could. We do have kits, which I'm going to show you for just a second.
Yes.
And the kits are done with our super fine fingering. Not that one more. Are done with our super fine fingering, which is 100% superwash merino. It's really lush and squishy. And the colorways, the dark blue is Old Navy, the pink is tangerine, and the green is scallions. But again, this is something that you could easily do with one of our grab bags, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. And again, you'll have the pattern and the kit with the yarn, and we haven't decided yet whether we're going to do a knit along for this. That kind of also depends on interest. If you were interested in a class for it, let us know, because we would be happy to put one together.
All right, so maybe let me know in the chat if you want me to show you my different shawl wearing techniques. I showed them last time. If other people, if I see at least 1 nod, so I'm going to take that as a yes. All right, 2 nods. Okay. So a lot of times people will put on their shawls, you know, with the basically the triangle in the back, and then they will, you know, maybe even throw this and then throw this over their shoulder. Here, let's do it that way. Throw this over your shoulder and it looks fabulous, right? But as soon as you like lean forward, it just falls off and it doesn't stay. So my like super simple trick without using a shawl pin is to take the side that you want to like stay on and put it underneath, and then bring the side that's going to stay in front anyway and just let it fall over the top. Then if I like bend over and try to move and grab stuff, it stays on pretty securely. So that's just a little technique. If you really want to, you can always add a shawl pin, and that's always fun. But if you want to just get away without it, then that's one way. My other simple ways to wear them are, I think I kind of call this, I don't know if it's officially called this, but the Little Women way, because I think they wore their shawls this way in that movie.
Yes.
But, so anyway, you put the triangle at the back, crisscross in front of you, and then I think they just kind of tie it at the back. Especially with the asymmetrical, I always like to tie it at the side, because then I don't have a knot in the middle of my back, which hurts when you sit down or something. I don't know, maybe it's just me because my spine kind of sticks out. But anyway, that is a nice way to wear it. It stays very securely. It's nice. And then this is a way that I think I made up, but who knows, probably not. I do that. I take it reverse, and I put the like the triangle in the front, and then I do the crisscross behind me, and wrap it around and tie it and wait for it. I know it doesn't look good yet, but after I tie it, I do a double knot just to make it stay. Then you can kind of shift it over your shoulders, and it makes a nice, almost like a poncho that really is going to stay in place. And then the back depends on if you need more warmth in the front or more warmth in the back. So either way, it's kind of fun. And yeah, those are my
Yes, Laura Bellows from Jewel will be doing a class on shawl styling tomorrow, and she has some
cool.
amazing her pedestal buttons and her clasps. So that's a great class.
Yes, I love her stuff too. And yeah, she has nice shawl pins that are going to stay too if you need them. So that is a good thing. Another one I do sometimes like to do is I take the like long part, maybe kind of more wear it on your shoulder, across your shoulder. And then I just take the long part across, and then I'm basically just tying a knot, but around, over, and down. And that can just make a knot. Oh, of course, on camera, I'm not doing it that well, but anyway, you can imagine it. There we go. So, you just make a knot that's kind of offset, and that works too. But definitely go check out the class because she has some cool things. So.
Okay, before our final item, let's do one last gift card.
Yay!
So make sure that you open your chat, and let's talk about what yarn weight is the Excuse Me sweater.
Ooh, that was a tough one. Did we even mention that?
We did.
All right, it's heavier, guys, than fingering. There we go.
Okay, and I'm gonna take the third. So 1, 2. Hang on. Oof. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be Eileen Housteau. Go ahead and message Zen Yarn Garden on here. Give her your email address, and she will send you a $10 gift card. Yay. So that brings us to our final.
Yes.
product.
So lastly, we just have a bunch of grab bags. So the grab bags are really fun because you can do this shawl, you can do tons of different things with them, but they are highly discounted also. And you can add the 25% off will come after you put them in your cart, and the 25% off is on top of what they're already listed for. So they're a really good deal. They are, what's pictured there is exactly what you'll get, and they're only one of a kind. So you'll see some of them that will say sold out. We do try and like refresh them really often, but they are just, that's what you get. And we do have, at the beginning, we had a lot of super fine, and we had some of those were the mini skeins, the kind of thinner, longer looking skeins. And now we're getting into some Serenity 20. And I think we even have down up to some
We had
It
some
won't be one.
bulky.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's
So
a ton more. I'm not done. I'm just scrolling all the way down the screen.
Scrolling.
So there
Yeah,
are plenty,
some
but if
chunky
you see
stuff.
something you want, be sure to nab it, because again, we just kind of put the skeins together, one of a kind, and you know,
Even
and
some,
they're gone.
Those are gone. But yeah, if you see the color combo that you like, then grab it. But we're not switching out any colors, or, you know, you can't say I want these two and these two. It's just, it's a grab bag. So grab it while you can. Yeah, and there's no code for the discount, for the 25% discount. If you put things in your cart, it will automatically show up in your cart. Also, I think still you cannot copy and paste out of the chat. But if you open the chat and you actually click on the links that we're putting in there, it will open a browser for you. And then you can like save that, you know, so you can get to it later. But yeah, it's like a security thing that it doesn't let you copy out of the chat, because then you could paste back into the chat, I guess. I'm not really sure. But anyway, that's the way it works. And all right, if we have a few more minutes. If we have any questions, let us know. Oh, thank you. But we just are excited that you came to see us, and remember that we have these Tutorial Tuesdays that we're starting back up in February. So get signed up for those. The first ones are the dance class. That's this one. Even if you don't like the pattern, you just want to learn the short row technique, it will be a good class for learning the short row technique. I'm also going to show you, because these short rows are very short, I'm going to show you how to work backwards or knit in the opposite direction, so you don't have to like turn your work. That's a really good technique to know in some cases too. So come join us for that one. And then we have the Stitch School Scarf coming up February 15th, I think. So those are two fun ones. Like we said, you do have to sign up to get the links. They are recorded. So even you can take a look at our, you know, previous Tutorial Tuesdays. We've done like, what did we do? 37 or something we were on?
Oh gosh, we're almost up to 40.
Yeah, something like that. So we have a lot out there. And they're just a half an hour long. And so I try to we cram a lot of stuff in there.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Yeah, we're always looking for ideas too. So if you have some technique that you really want to learn, and you know, feel free to suggest it. We always take suggestions. And yeah, and also let us know what, you know, next knit alongs you're interested in, because we love doing those knit alongs too. We're doing Laura and I are doing right now a big blanket one, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. The painting honeycombs blanket.
Yes. But anyway, well, actually, I do have it. I think there's kits out there. I'll just show you a sneak peek, because it's a really nice one. I love it.
And the 25% off probably relates to that, if you want to pick up that kit too. That's a great discount on that one.
Kits up there. There is a full-size blanket, and then there's also like a lap blanket or a baby blanket size, which is fun.
A cable ply fingering weight?
Cable ply fingering weight.
I don't know that we have a cable ply.
We do have a couple different plies in the mini skeins. It's a different ply. It's like 2 plies plied together, 2 plies plied together. And
so that is a cable.
Is that a cable ply?
Uh-huh.
Is that what that's called? All righty. Well,
that's exactly what that is.
So the mini skeins are that cable plied. And then the other, like our other Superfine Fingering and Serenity 20, they're just like a normal 4-ply. Yes. All right.
So discount is good through January 16th. So you're welcome to shop. And we hope you enjoy that. It's 25% off. You do not need a code, and that's just at zenyarngarden.com. Also, orders over $49 will ship for free in the US and Canada. So, you know, if you put enough in your cart, and it's not hard to do, it will reach you. So, thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you have a wonderful stitches, and that we see you again sometime soon, be it a Tutorial Tuesday or something else we do. Yeah. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and Laura even does a podcast, and we're out there all over the place. You can find us. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful night. Thanks for joining us.